Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Rangers there. Sorry, Rambam's out there in chat.
Yeah, I just
He
saw that. Yeah,
he
yeah.
did Relic 70s Jawas. He did them.
He did relic his Jawas.
He
Okay.
did Relic Chief Nabbit. He took it to Relic 7. He did
Mm-hmm.
it today. It's
I
funny.
don't think I don't think it's a fair trade off. I'm
He did
sorry.
relic
We
his
tried.
Jawas.
Yeah, we tried everything we could to stop that nonsense last night, and
And live.
we weren't able to do it.
Mhm.
So yeah. So anyway, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are out there in TV land. Welcome to another edition of the Jedi Academy, the show where we answer all your questions, as many as we can, about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your host with the most, Ranger J, 1999, welcoming you in. And joining me, we'll get the cast of characters you all come to know and love. But we have one here definitely that is recovering from the mighty pull of alcoholism, and that is the blender from down under, Heinzie.
Good morning, buddy.
Good
Good morning.
morning, man. I know, right? We were up having some fun last night. So if you
Yeah,
guys,
we were. I mean, there's really only one word for it, isn't it? I've got to get the button ready. We were pretty up last night.
yeah, just a little bit. It
Yeah,
really
it was
was. It
it was
was.
crazy.
I
But
know.
no, I did take my Rams out there. He's a happy
I
boy right now.
know.
I did take Mace to relegate. I am a man of my word. I threw it out there,
You
and
know. I
on,
know. We tried
yeah,
to stop you. We threw
I
money.
know.
We threw money and women at you and everything, and it did not work. So apparently, money and women doesn't really can't work on Heinz. We're gonna have to find a blackmail kind of thing going on next time to stop him from doing that. Like, Heinz, you know those pictures we got. We gonna have to rethink this because I don't know what else to
I
do at
remember
this point.
making them.
Yeah, Heinz be like, "Oi, can I get a copy?"
Yeah, that's the best I've ever looked.
Like,
Those photos.
wow, that's a great angle of my right cheek.
Hmm. Do I have a great angle though? I
Uh,
think many would agree that that's probably not.
Listen, I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to answer questions and talk about SWGOH. So, but I'm sure more people will pop on when they're ready. Sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to get up, which it is what it is. It's a Saturday morning. Some people need extra coffee or cocaine, whatever, to get their ass
Mm,
up and
mm.
functioning. But if you're new to the show, the way it works is pretty simple. We try to get the best and the brightest. Unfortunately, that didn't happen this morning because me and Heinz
No,
have about the
yeah,
IQ of a slug, and
yeah. I didn't meet either of those
yeah,
requirements. So I'm still trying to
yeah.
work out from
But
here.
we will try, right? We'll give the old college try there, Heinzie. And what we're going to do is we are going to answer questions. Now, the way it works for the format is if you have a question that you would like to pose to myself or the council or just in general, put your question in the chat. You can already see there's an example of that already in the chat. But the format is, since we're using Nightbot as a filtering tool, please, if you would, put your question into the chat, and when you do, put the word question in front of your actual question statement. I use Nightbot as a filtering tool, and I need a filtering word, and thus the filtering word is question. I could make it dildo, but it doesn't make as much sense than to use the word question. So do that. Now, if you don't do that, then I'm not going to actually see it because it's hard for me to look at chat and look at Nightbot at the logs at the same time. So I might miss your question. So, yeah. So if you want your question to be answered, then by all means, please do that, and then that way we can get both of those taken care of. Now, it also behooves you to get your questions in sooner rather than later because we only do this for 2 hours and then we rock and roll. So if you want your question to get answered, pop that into chat as soon as you can. Now, the cool thing about Jedi Academy is we do answer a lot of everybody else's questions. So maybe it does happen, not frequently or a lot, but once in a while this happens. We don't get to every single person's question. That's okay. A lot of times we answer people's questions with other people's that have asked the question. So we'll give you the answer you're looking for, probably someone else's question if you don't get your question answered. So it works out unless it's specifically to you or what's going on. So that's kind of the format. We're giving everybody time to come in here and get their ass in here and have some fun. And then last thing I'll say, okay, so real quick before we get into the week that was in SWGO is hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff. It's YouTube. Now remember too, if you'd like to donate, please feel free to donate. I've turned monetization off for all Jedi Academies for right now because we've had the huge issue with YouTube spamming the shit out of commercial, but that means we're not getting paid. We're not getting anything for it. So if you'd like to do a super chat or subscribe on Twitch or YouTube or any of that stuff, feel free to do that. So if you'd like to support the content we're doing, or even think about becoming a Patreon sponsor. But we made sure I made that decision a while ago that we would not monetize this, but we do work for donations. So if you'd like to support the channel with the super chat, feel free to do that, or anything else. You're more than welcome. And then as a show note, right after this, we're going to do my GAC. Heinze will not be here for that. He will be here for Jedi Academy and stuff, but he'll be going to bed, and I don't blame him. But we will do my GAC right after this with the GAC Whisperer. My defense did very, very well. I'm very happy about it right now. So we're going to have some fun in GAC today like we always do. Then we'll have a little break, and then actually at 4 o'clock p.m. Central, 5 Eastern, I'll be hanging out with the Bounty Honeys, and we're going to talk X-Men on their comic book podcast. So I'll be doing that. I'm a huge Marvel nerd, and especially the X-Men, and so we'll discuss characters, things of that nature. And then finally tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, I will be doing Dungeons and Dragons, of course, with the Giant Crew and everybody else as we go to the land of Taldori, the Wildmount campaign, as we continue on with our awesome D&D adventures. So there you go. So that being
gotta give some love to Elliot, mate. Elliot's throwing you some beautiful donation work there.
Yeah, it's Canadian money there, eh? So you know it's pure. It's pure like that maple syrup up there, Heinze, eh?
Thank you, brother. Thanks for looking after our boys.
Yeah. Thank you, Elliot. Yep. Elliot Worsfold coming in.
Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Look after the boys. Come on.
It's like Australian money. It's there. It's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
Australia and Canada, former provinces of the British Empire, no longer.
You know what? I've got like some. Hang on. I've got some dollary dues kicking around. I'm gonna chuck something. Guys, come and join me. Come on.
Oh yeah, you're all good, brother. It's all
no,
good.
no. I'm not asking. It's. I want to.
Oh, well, there you go. All right.
Yes,
Hey,
I can.
Hey, it supports the hookers and blow that I don't have right now. All right. But no, thank you for that, Elliot Worsfold, and thank you everybody for your support. Just hitting the thumbs up. I know, the good news is here in the U.S., the mask mandate is going to be lifted, and here soon for those that have been vaccinated, which I have been. If you haven't been vaccinated, please do. So life's going back to normal. It's been a rough year, Heinze, a little over a year with COVID, but as vaccinations go out and people are getting vaccinated, life is going a little bit back to normal, and that's what we like to see. And that's all that matters.
We're pretty lucky down here. We have been mask free for some time now. We have very minimal cases. It's a benefit of being an island down here, and we've been kind of business as usual for some time now. We're certainly really feeling for all you guys in the US with what you've got to put up with, and India as well is just
India's getting destroyed right now.
Yeah, so that's something that's certainly a real concern. And guys, yeah, certainly we do want to wish you all the best, and hope you guys all pull through and get it out and done soon. Yeah. Get on top of it. We're all pushing for you. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and I also, if you haven't been vaccinated here in the U.S., everyone 16 or older is eligible now. Get your shot, man. Seriously, there's no, the disinformation out there is just total garbage. I can't stand that shit. I'm a man of science. I believe in it because I don't know. It proved things like the Earth is not flat and shit like that. Science does have its purposes, and when the doctor tells me it's safe, I'm going to believe the doctor. So I've had every vaccination on the planet that man has pretty much ever created at this point, and I can tell you they're fine. There's no problems with them whatsoever. I'm healthy, I'm awesome, and that's all that you need to know. Now, if you haven't got your shot yet, make sure you keep wearing your mask. I'm still wearing my mask, even though I'm probably going to have to. I'm still going to do that just to look out for other people. I just, as I said, I couldn't live with myself if something horrible happened to someone because of my negligence. So wash your hands, wash your face, wear your mask, do your social distancing if you haven't been vaccinated. Don't take the chance. People are still dying every day from COVID, and it's it's sad to see. I mean, I see it on the news. They celebrate people that passed away, and it's rough, man, and it's hard to lose someone like that. So be safe out there, guys. I said, stay home. if you haven't been vaccinated yet, keep doing your stuff and just watch me, watch Heinze, watch the Mace lover there, Ram Bam. You know, I mean,
Oh, I didn't know this clown was coming on as
I
well.
didn't either.
This is 50 Shades of bull right here.
No, I just kind of show up
Unbelievable.
whenever I want.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Please.
there he is. There's Bam Ram.
Boss man in chat's going whack with a $5.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, boss.
Love you,
man.
There's a
Boss Man.
peanut butter shot. I'll give you that.
Yeah, we all know what that is. Little globin in the butt.
I didn't have to do it.
I did.
I'm immune to, or I'm allergic to penicillin. So
I don't think that's. I think you're thinking a different shot because that's not the same shot.
that's the one that's the one that goes.
No,
in the
there's
act, right?
there's another one that there is the penicillin shot. I didn't have to get that one either, but globin's a different thing for different medication and stuff. So, but you didn't spend any time in South America and stuff, so you're fine. In
No,
other
I didn't.
places, yeah. Like, oh, you're going to Central and South America? Yeah, I'm going to be in the jungle. Here, we gotta give you this shot. What? What? No, wait, what do you mean? No! I
thought you were talking about the one in boot camp.
No, yeah, I didn't have to get that one either because I'm allergic as well. So, yeah. Moxicillin, penicillin, anything with an illin will make me ill. Yeah. I'll be feeling a little illin after that shot. Yeah. They'll have to give me another shot just so I don't die. So, yes, indeed. All right. So we got the questions coming. All right. Let's talk about the week that was in SWGOH as we continue on with the questions and stuff. I mean, not much happened this week. We're all kind of scrambling, just getting stuff ready. I'm ready for the first 5 requirements for Jedi Master Kenobi with no problems. I'm just waiting to see what the next 5 are going to be. There's been some debate. Heinze, there he is. It says, match me peeps. Look out for RSG, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Go.
Let's go. Rock and roll.
Bring it. Let's go. Look after the boys.
I know. Thank you. Thank you, Heinze, for that, brother. Very much appreciated.
No, thank you, man.
I mean, I know it's Australian dollars, but it's still well appreciated.
$1 dues. So
That's
there you
it.
go. You can make it like
$1
$8 or something, or 6 or whatever the freaking changeover is. You get the point.
It's
Let's go, guys.
It's like a cup for the price of the cup of coffee in Australia. You can support RSG too. All right,
Hey, boss man, it might be $1.50, but we've got gas down here, bro. Just saying.
Oh, we have
Anyway.
gas up here. We just don't have the nice gas. I had to put regular gas in the car the other day. I was like, shit.
Go with the plastic bags, man. Like, seriously. In the truck. What the hell? What is that?
Well, the pipe's fixed now. I mean, we got hacked. I mean, Russia's going to
Yeah.
be fucking around with us too much, and we're just going to go kick the shit out of them. I mean, they really are pushing our buttons here a little too much. I could just see.
Was it Russia? I heard it was a different. It was just a
No,
hacking group, kind of
it-
like anonymous, but the opposite
I've
of them.
heard different things. I mean, but Russia's done other stuff too. So y'all gonna fuck around, Russia. Yeah, we're gonna go kick your ass. I'm telling you.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah. Y'all gonna fuck around, man. I'm telling you, don't do it, man. Okay. But yeah, there really isn't a lot going on in SWGOH right now. I mean, we're kind of in that lull before the storm, is what I actually call the Wednesday night stream, where we're kind of waiting, right? We know Bad Batch is there. I'm almost 95% sure Bad Batch is not going to be needed for Jedi Master Kenobi. I'm really at this point convinced that when Lord Vader comes out in 4 months, that you're going to need them for him, which is going to suck it still because it's still 400 chirotecs for each one of those guys, among other things.
Yeah.
No reveal of Commander Ahsoka Tano's kit yet. We haven't, we haven't seen the new changes to Galactic Conquest. That's going to be next week. We haven't seen the new GAC because that's going to be after these 2 rounds. So, I mean, what are you guys working on? What's on your mind on SWGOH? We'll start with the Blender from Down Under, Heinze there.
Yeah, so I'm certainly preparing for Kenobi.
Yeah.
As much as possible with the information we've got. For those that have been watching, I've been stashing a heap of the yellow energy in anticipation at the moment. I'm up to, I think, about 14K of yellow energy at the moment, sitting there ready for tickets. If they're not needed, that's fine, because I'll just go out and get a heap of Kairos with it, which I'm going to need anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not really a loss. So I am banking energy in anticipation. I have my Zetas for the first time ever. I have them all ready now to drop on. So I'm preparing as much as possible with the information we've got.
Yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, Rambam,
Yeah.
are you going for Jedi Master Kenobi?
Oh, come on. Is that even a question Mace is required? Of course I'm going after him.
No, I shouldn't have asked. I feel guilty for everything.
No, I've already got all the requirements except for oh shit can. So, yeah, I'm besides the Jawa excursion that I had to entail, I was working on farming her shards a little bit so we can take her up to Relics, and then we find out in what 4 days, right? The next requirements.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Meow Meow just noted it's $5. It says, "Hey, look, there's some dangos in the halls." Says,
Hey.
Also, Commander Ahsoka will be the best character ever because cat. She's got the acronym cat, and then Meow Meow is just like, "Oh, cat must be good." I think she's actually gonna be pretty good. All right. Speaking of looking good, we've got my man Sir Loki after hanging out on the Zareth the Gambit podcast last night, which was a lot of fun. We raided the shit out of them. Loki, Loki, how you feeling, brother?
Good morning.
Yeah, I know, right? How you feeling, man? You gotta be as tired and sleep deprived as we are.
No, I'm good, man. I'm really good. I had issues with my my setup, so sorry I'm late, but I'm good.
Okay, there's no. He arrives precisely when he means to. Anything on your mind this week with the old SWGOH, their Sir Locomotive?
No, other than you guys mentioned the next round of requirements for Kenobi.
We're kind of on holy pattern, right?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I guess we're all waiting for challenge or conquest as well, right? Because if they're gonna throw Ahsoka in there right away. I'm gonna assume everybody's got Razor Crest already unlocked on the panel. So
yeah, how do we feel about Razor Crest? I mean, it's kind of hard to judge because it's not a 7.
I love it, man. Are you kidding me?
Run it with the Radis.
Yeah, I did.
I'm seeing dudes already in Grand Arena doing Negotiator, Jedi Knight Anakin, Razor Crest, and Houndstooth. That's the team.
Oh,
even at 5 stars.
That's just
on defense, and it's getting a hold. So people just don't know how to fight it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it's and it's throwing some people for a loop. So.
Yeah, I mean, in GAC yesterday, I put that thing on defense, and it got me 2 holds. So I mean,
so you put Razor Crest on defense?
Yeah, I got 2 holds with the Holdo fleet. Yeah, with it.
Okay, sweet. So
yeah, I did with the Holdo fleet and put it on defense the day prior and got a hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's working.
It's working. I mean, it got me to the Holdo maneuver. They got Holdo maneuvered. So I mean,
that's great.
Yeah, you got to say it's working. This is a guy that has 740,000 plus lifetime banners in GAC. So it's doing something, right? I mean, it's nice. So very nice. So very, very nice. All right, we got the questions coming in. I'm getting ready to go get those scooped up here, and then we will rock and roll. All right, let me just check here. Yes, indeed. All right, so, okay. Well, Nightbot's not cooperating with me now. Why are you being like this? Thought we talked about this. He said, look, let's make this happen. All right. There we go. Now we're getting the questions in. All right. Let's see. Today's okay. Makes sense. All right, we ready for some questions? Wait, we got someone else joining us. Hold on. Who is it? Oh, it's the GAC Whisperer.
Howdy.
How's
it going?
Man, glad to see you're awake. You're alive. All right. Is GAC Whisperer safe? All right. You're going to be very happy after this, GAC Whisperer. Our defense did quite well.
Oh, really? How'd it do?
Very well. And he still got the full clear, but oh boy, you're going to see some holds today, brother. So we just have to be smart. He put some tough stuff down, but some very weak stuff down too. So he did put a GL down. So we'll talk about it when we get there. We're like, All right. That being said, let's rock and roll. We're going to start with the first question. I'm just going to, let me fix Zoom where I like it so I can get the correct order here. And we'll start with the Heinz and see what the first question is here. Okay, we have Epic Fails. Question says, should I hate myself and go for SLKR or wait and be sad about the requirements for Galactic Legend Kenobi, or the next one? It matters have any more is relic from GL. It matters have way more light side relic for Jedi Knight Luke. Well, he could go for Luke, but I mean, we always say go for SLKR, but Should they wait right now? That's a great question, Heinz. We'll open up to the panel. Should people wait, see what's going to be required for General Master Kenobi, or should they, if they were already working on SLKR or something like that, should they finish that up, or what do you think?
What I would do is I would wait 4 days and find out what this next batch of requirements is, and if there's anything outrageous in it, then go back to your SLKR.
Sure.
In the meantime, I would still focus on what you need for SLKR, but don't drop it on. Just, go into a holding pattern and stash yourself some gear until we get a little bit closer to the Kenobi release and see whether it's worthwhile or not. If not, then you just chuck all your stuff onto SLKR and off you go. I'd kind of hedge your bets at this point until we get a bit more information on what to expect, I think.
Yeah, anybody else thoughts on this question? Sure.
I mean, for me, it kind of just depends on what level you're at. And so if you're at, Division 1, Division 2, yeah, probably wait, because you've got the roster capable of kind of catching up to whatever the requirements might be. But if you're lower than that, I'd say go after Slacker still, because Slacker's still going to be the best GL. And I get the feeling that they're going to throw a curveball with us with GL Kenobi and make him require something crazy and outlandish like Cam or something like that.
I mean, I've said it before. If they put Cam in there and I have no way of getting them, they're not getting any money from me. And I'll just take my time. There's no point.
If they put Cam in, they've got to put him into the one of the stores. I mean, they have to.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that and not because people will spend, But I mean, if they make it, light side TB and they think people are going to spend money on Bad Batch just to go beat that mission, it doesn't matter because you're still going to have to wait 4 months before you can even unlock them for some people. They're still working on it. I mean, we're going to do the Cam mission today when I have to, right after my JC and get as much help as I can as we remodel it and everything. But yeah, if you can't, absolutely. I mean, if you don't have Cam as a viable option of being able to at least purchase, no one's going to spend any money. They're not going to spend money on gear. They're not going to spend money on anything because there's no point.
I'm telling, and I don't know if anybody's done testing on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's one or two options that they're going to do with Cam. They're going to make Cam required, and they're going to put him in the Get To store, or the way that they're going to get the money out of the whales and the other people that don't have Cam yet, which, obviously the big top guys have them. Bad Batch is going to make a huge difference in the Cam mission, and that's how they're going to get their money is $1,200 for the Bad Batch or whatever.
Sure.
But I don't know if the Bad Batch actually work. I'm just throwing that theory out there.
Yeah.
Like you might have a better idea on that, but I have been speaking to a few people over the last 7 or 8 hours or so, and doing the Cam mission, I believe a combination of, I think, adding Wrecker and I can't remember what other character. Some
Echo.
of the 501st and Shark T still works, but Shark T is still instrumental to clearing that run, is what I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. This stage.
All right. Hey, we got another $2 from the Meow Meow. It says, hi, Thane from the Paw.
Hello, Oscar. How are you doing?
Yep.
I've missed you. You haven't been around the streams lately.
I know she really hasn't, but she's making up for it today, man. And thank you guys for all the donations. Remember, we're not monetizing this whatsoever, so you don't. This is ad free when you watch it later on. Not while you're live, obviously, but if you want to support what we're doing, feel free to make a super chat or donate or any of that good stuff. That's all you need to do, yo. All right, let's go on to the next question from Nathan H. We'll go to our man Bam Ram. He says. Question, what clones do you want to see in the game which are not in the game yet? There, Ram Bam.
Right off the top of my head, Pawns.
Pawns would be nice.
I want to see Pawns, 100%.
Wolf.
Not just because I'm a Mace Windu guy and a Lightning Squadron guy.
Sure, yeah, it has nothing to do with it.
No, it has nothing to do with it. No, I like Pawns. I like what he does in the territory battles. He's a pain in the ass to get through, really. So I think he'd be a good addition. And other than him, I want to see some more 212th Battalion. I want to have an actual 212th Battalion tab and make Cody actually usable somewhere, because he's not really usable.
And we're gonna have to probably relic him and Qui-Gon, so it'd be kind of nuts to use him. I mean that last not this one now. I mean the Sith one is if you got good Sith, you'll be fine. But this previous Galactic Challenge, sweet mother crumpets of Christ, that was brutal, man. That was absolutely brutal. I don't know what tier gear you guys got. I mean, I got the 9. I got tier 9, but I couldn't get to tier 10. There was no earthly way I was going to beat that mission the way they had it set up with the Imperial Troopers with my clones. There was just
I just gave up. I was like, this ain't worth it.
No, it's not. I was the same. Heinze, Loki, thing. Did you guys, what level tier box did you get last time?
In the Galactic Challenge, was it? Sorry.
Yeah, Galactic Challenge. Not this one now, but the one previous.
Oh yeah. No, I got the one just below the red crate. I couldn't be stuffed in the end.
Yeah.
Could have done it, but CBF in that one. But then the new one came around. We got the other day and just red crate in 2 minutes. I mean, it's just crazy.
Absolutely.
It was stupid.
Yeah, absolutely stupid. Speaking of stupid, look at this guy wearing his Star Wars stuff with the I want to say, who's the painter? Oh, don't say anything. No, not Rembrandt.
Van Gogh.
No, he's got this shirt on from the guy that cut his ear off.
Van Gogh.
Yeah,
That's what I just said. God damn it!
I thought you said Django. I was like, no, it's not Django.
Oh, that's who Mace killed.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He cut his head off. I mean,
love you, Swains.
Yeah, there we go.
It was just a flesh wound.
You know, and by flesh wound he means literally not good. All right, let's move on to the next person. We got our man lightsaber builder Loki. All right, Nathan H has a question. I guess we can go to everybody on this, but Loki, how do you have your Jedi Master Luke modded? I know how I've got mine modded, but how do you like yours modded for her pleasure?
I don't know. It hasn't changed for a while.
I know. My health.
We get asked. We get asked this twice a week, don't we?
I know, but people are getting new. You know, they're getting their GLs unlocked, and they're.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, it hasn't changed. We're doing protection and potency. That's what I'm doing on mine. So, and
Right.
I don't know.
I went full health set. I went full health set with tons of protection, decent speed. I make him a beefy boy. He's got tons of health, tons of protection. I think I got like almost. There's 90,000 protection on him with the 100,000+, big number of health. So, because you want that protection right for the other Jedi, for the bonuses and stuff.
You want the protection for the offense bonus, and then you want potency, so he can ability block and breach.
I don't have potency on him, but
that's all he's good for in the very beginning. Is you got to disrupt the other team, and I mean you got to make him decently fast so they can't send like troopers in to beat him or something like that. So that's 500, I don't know, like 515, 520 plus speed, and then all the protection you can throw on him with 120 potency or something like that, and you're good. That's how I would do it.
The other thing I forgot, you know what today is, guys? It is Loki's birthday. Happy birthday to Sir Loki.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
good sir.
I forgot it was the birthday celebration weekend. So, yes. Happy birthday to the sexy Buddha.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Yeah, he's 20 years old for the 42nd time. So,
That's right.
no, please don't stop. God, stop it. This is Marilyn Monroe. Don't do that. Let's see here. All right, we'll move on to our next question. We'll go to the GAC Whisperer. It says, from what L73 says, question, which character do you think will be a surprise requirement for GL Kenobi and for GL Lord Vader?
Oh, a surprise? That's a hard one, because I think you all have a pretty good idea of what's expected. I mean, I guess surprise for Lord Vader would be like Tuskens, maybe. For Kenobi, I mean, if they all of a sudden drop Satine as a legendary that requires Mandos and requires Satine, then that could be a surprise.
I know, right?
That's the only thing I could think of top of my head would be like a surprise.
Oh,
I mean, besides.
Yeah, anybody else got a surprise character you think is going to be on either of those two characters?
I think you're gonna need. I think you're gonna need a Relic 7, Poggle, Watt, and Newt just to get killed in whatever the last fade is. Vader. Just put the 3 in, just so that they can instantly get wiped out, just like just like old Ben, against Vader in that legendary event. You're gonna need those 3, all high Relic, just to get killed.
Get the hell out of here. Hey, we just got a $20 donation from Meow Meow, and she says, "Happy birthday, Loki. Heinzie, take your shirt off and do a dance. Maybe the worm." No, I'm going to put my boot down on that one and say, not a goddamn chance.
I'm gonna do a private hot tub stream for Loki as a gift later.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, that's winning right there, baby.
That's what I want.
I don't want to get RSG booted off YouTube for me taking my top off. That's just not fair on anyone.
Yeah.
So
You know who else I'm seeing in chat? I'm seeing Calvin Awesome, who is awesome. My God, that mother effer is still undefeated in GAC. Calvin, if you want to come jump in on the Jedi Academy, message me in Discord link down below. I will get you the Zoom link. All content creators are always invited, brother. So if you want to come join us, come on in, man. The water's fine. Get your ass in here, Calvin Awesome. Love to have you here. All right. Yeah, so we'll see what the surprise mechanics are for these Galactic Legends. I still don't think Bad Batch is going to be for Kenobi, but I'm 100% convinced you're going to need them for Anacrin. So, other than that, I don't think, if they follow a story. I think we talked about this the other day thing. They follow a story arc through they could change it, but really when it comes to Galactic Legends, you kind of go through a story arc for these characters. I think it's going to be like Jedi needed from like Attack of the Clones to Revenge of the Sith with Jedi Master Kenobi, and you'll have to use Jedi and some other stuff. I don't really see Bad Batch being a part of it, but then again, they could F us. All right, so
I think for Lord Vader, you're going to need all the characters that he's killed, and you're going to need to relic them all, literally, just to put them in so that he kills.
Lord Sidious,
phase 1, all 4 Tuskens, so that he can wipe them out. Phase 2.
The Separatists,
Count Dooku.
So he can wipe
Count
them,
Dooku
yeah.
and Count Dooku and some droids, so that he has to wipe them out.
The big thing is I don't think it's really a surprise, but I mean they're going to throw more relegate requirements,
I've got 3 saved,
which is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think 2 more characters. Absolutely, Loki. Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
I think 1 per line for Kenobi, and then Thane mentioned Tuskens. I mean, you probably got to relegate the damn Tuskens at this point. They're probably going to throw something like that at us. And so like for me, I'm being cognizant about that and like banking. I have like 3 relegates banked now.
Same.
Just waiting to see what happens. So just keep that one in mind.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to the next question. We go to the Nev. All right. Here's a good question from our Canadian representation of the Skier Nation up there in the frozen tundra of Canada. From Skywalker Vader's this question: what do you consider a good score in Division 1 in GAC?
Anything over 2100. I mean, currently anything over 2100 is respectable. Anything over 2130 is a monster score.
Yeah.
And if you could score a 2100 after having a loss, that's really, really respect. Heinzie did that last week.
I did
in round 2. He lost a round, but still scored it. If you could lose a round and still score a 2100,
it's done by I think 4 banners. Yeah,
you are doing something right. Because it's like
we did that. I mean, I just derped. For some reason, our counter to Trey and Padme just had bad RNG, and we just derped it, but we still scored a 2101.
Yeah, we've covered people that have got flawless victories and still not scored 2100s.
Yeah.
So if you can lose a match and score a 2100, that's pretty boss.
Yep. So I think that's what you're looking at. Anything above 2100 in 5s is good. But then it's all
if you can get a 6400 during the week, that you're upper echelon. You're upper tier player if you can score 6,400.
Although we saw people get those high scores and still go 2-1 there, Nev. So
true. We have Fiska's done that a couple of times. Fiska's gone 2-1 in a week and still scored a 6,400. And you're like, what the hell did you do wrong?
Cal says, "Cool."
That's because he's burned out playing like 30 accounts, man. That's why.
Right.
He does the same as me. He plays 4 accounts, but all 4 of his accounts are Div 1. Mine are kind of like spread out, like 1, 2, 3.
Calvin also says he can't be on this morning, but yeah, Calvin, if you ever want to join on, let me know, man. I'll get you hooked up. All right. All right. We go to who was the last question to?
Me.
Yep. So we're back to the top to the Heinzie.
Yes, sir.
All right. What else? 3 says, question. Now that you have relicked Mace and Ayla, will you use them for anything?
Okay.
Think hard.
Ayla, yeah.
Yes, Ayla definitely. She's good. I know Loki's big on that girl.
Ram Bam, he is, you know it. Like, seriously, you know it.
No.
Yeah.
See, you're now about to have 5 different Jedi teams that you can use Mace on.
And he's
great.
But it's still gonna be. I mean, it doesn't make any.
No, I get.
Bro.
If Wolf can get 5 kills with Mace at Relic 3, I'm sure you can do it with Relic 8.
I tell you what. All right, look. I'm not going to use it. It's going to sit on the bench. I don't care. I'm not doing it just out of spite. It's Relic 8. We're lucky to have it that high. I might actually no. I will use it. I'll use it to place a Rose in the Challenge Rancor pit when we need to do the Devour. That's what I'll do. I'll use it for that.
He's not wrong.
Oh, come on. Mace does not deserve that kind of disrespect, okay?
Hey, he's Relic. I've got one at Relic 8. I do what I want. I mean, straight up.
That's right. You tell
Rose
him.
is the whole reason I won't watch Last Jedi again. I mean, come on. Mace didn't ruin a movie.
He got his head chopped off. I mean, you know, like
hand.
He got his
Just
hand.
one hand.
Yeah, that was Jane. He cut someone's head off, but he got his arm cut off.
cut it off. Yeah, he cut it off.
Yeah, you know.
Just a flesh wound.
Mean bastard.
Come at me, you ninny. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Mace, being one of the badass Jedis ever, is not badass in the game. It's hard to use.
He'll get his reworking when he does.
Sure, Rambam.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. Here we go.
That'll make my day. You all know where to come.
Rework in 2064.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Hey,
I'll still be around.
I know we'll all be like in our 70s. Hey, did we ever get that Mace rework? All right. Let's go to our next question. We'll go to Rambam. Nathan says, question, which Star Wars character would make the best professional wrestler? I'm going to go with Dark Trooper.
oh yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's get some Dark Trooper action. But if you had to pick a character you think as a wrestler.
Chewie.
Yeah, there you go, Chewie. That's right. Rip your
Chewie,
arms
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Chewie would be another goal.
Chewie he'd just be tombstoning people left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting suplexed by Chewie?
And then he would eat you.
It'd be like getting suplexed off the top rope by any normal sized person.
All right, let's give you a serious.
I would say Mace Windu because he's all talk.
Oh! Oh no! GC
Wow.
Whisper coming in hard. Wow. Okay.
I mean, you got to admit, Jolie's got a little bit of Hulk Hogan look about him. Just saying.
Who does?
Jolie.
Jolie,
know.
yeah. He's got the yeah.
What you gonna
do? What you gonna do, brother, when I whip out my lightsaber on you, brother?
You could have 5 Ewoks like they do the midget matches against one person.
Oh God.
You can have the five Ewoks just like constant. That. You know, what one lies down on the ground, makes him walk backwards, fall over. You know.
Oh my God.
He kind of looks
Put
like
them all in
Ewok.
luchador masks.
What do you think? Ewoks
in
versus
luchador.
Jawas? Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh, God. That would be a monster.
The Royal
tag team
Rumble?
match.
Yeah.
Always win.
Ewoks versus Jawas. Ewoks in luchador masks.
Just don't take a Jedi Knight Luke against Ewoks.
Yeah.
Cat Bane's got a bit of Undertaker about him as well. Just saying.
I can do a little Cat Bane action. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. All right, here's a more serious question for you, Rambam. Says, Nathan, it's what are your favorite counters to CLS with 3POC?
Favorite counters to CLS with 3POC? Grievous.
Grievous is one.
Grievous just shuts him down. It's like it's not even a threat. If I know when I do my research on my GAC opponents, if I know that my opponent likes to put down CLS, I'm saving Grievous for the bench. And I bring him out and just, I mean, shit matters. You'll get like 53, 54, 55 maybe. But against the CLS team, I'll take that.
Yeah, you take it. Anybody else with a nice counter they like to use against CLS? I mean, there's a few. I mean, Darth Revan can do it. You have to have your character's motto a certain way. But once you get past that initial shot from Han, I mean, Darth Revan will shut it down with the fear.
I actually used Dark Trooper. That was fun. Empire, they've been doing the work against him as well. Mine's at Relic 8, my Dark Trooper.
Same.
And he just punches one out and it's just, they're gone. It's just so good.
So nice.
Mm.
All right. All right, let's go on to birthday boy Loki. Let's see here. How do you keep getting these questions? All right, here, from Nathan H. Question, Loki. How is your R2 modded? First you get the JML modded one, then you get the R2 one, man. How is your R2D2 modded? We're throwing the fastballs at Loki here today, boy. I tell you.
Yeah, you're making me boot up my game so I can look.
I
These
know,
are the
right?
ones. These are the dudes that I said it and I forgot it already. You know, like they don't change much. Normally R2 just you want to just beef up his number crunch. So a lot of like I do an offense set. What did I do here? Offense set with let me see this. I got a lot of health on mine. But yeah, he's there to just share the stats. I usually run him with Ray, to kind of throw a curveball at my opponent, because he shares offense with Ray. So in the Galactic Legend Ray team on defense, I'll slide R2 in there. Works good with Padme. If you use Padme on offense with the general, against a General Grievous team or anything where he bumps, obviously he shares his stats. So that's all you want to do, and you want to push your team to higher stats like offense and health, and I think he shares potency and he shares everything. So that's how I mod him. So 270-ish speed, and then a lot of offense and a lot of health, I think, is a good starting point. So offense set, and then maybe like a health set on him, and you can go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too where people run potency with the speed set. So potency set with speed set. I've also seen people put that that offense and just make him hit hard and potency because he does stun, he does his fire, which is really nice. So burn, baby, burn. So yeah, all right. Next question. This is a perfect question for Nev. I'm gonna go to him first. There, GC Whisperer. Nathan H says, question: is Calvin Austin versus Mortmore matchup possible? I don't know if it is possible if they could ever run into each other. I don't think so. Right?
It's not. I mean, not with the current algorithm, because the difference in top 80 is quite big.
Yeah,
I think Calvin's is around about 2.1, 2.2, and Mort's is around, I think, about 1.9.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no. I mean, me and myself and Mort, we were quite close for a while, but we just couldn't. We could never get matched up. So even with two people that are close, it's difficult to see a matchup. But I mean, it's possible. I know that Mort is going for like me is going for a GL on his main, so he might get cloaked. But I imagine with the reboot of the divisions, Calvin's probably going to do some work on his lower tier, not lower tier characters, but he's probably going to finish off a couple of squads so that he doesn't get caught with his pants down after the reboot.
Yeah, Calvin says he'll run the bot, but he says he's got higher GP, but he's got Mort has higher GP, but he's got Galactic Legends, so we'll see. But I mean,
when's the reboot? Is it for 3v3? They're going to do it?
3v3, yeah.
Yep.
So is it the same amount of teams? So they're doing 14 for, like, for example, like Division 1, they're doing
you've got Division 1 has an extra 4, Division 2, 3, and 4 has 3, Division 5 has 2, Division 6 has 1.
That's
7
okay,
onwards.
regardless if it's 3v3 or 5v5, right? Okay.
That's only 4 defensive teams, so you have to think 4 offensive teams as well. So 8 teams total.
It's 8, It's 8, 6, 4, 2, and then from 7 onwards, nothing changes.
Yeah.
So
which is good for the 7 onwards, because you're going to be able to do a lot more, because you're moving down in the amount of teams that you have to find.
Yep.
Well, Division 3 is moving down as far as ships too.
Yeah. Division 3
you get
below.
one less. You have one shipping
one less
instead
ship
of 2
for everybody from 3 below as well. Yeah.
Yep.
I still think that they'll change that though.
They
After
should.
3v3.
They should.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that everybody universally complains over, and when every single person universally complains about something, just like they did with rewards for galactic challenges, it is something that they change.
Yeah. Yep. All right. We go back to the GSC Whisperer for the next question. Nathan H, since this is about Conquest, their thing, it says, question, since we are losing the best data discs, which ones do you recommend in Conquest? We haven't seen the new ones yet, what they do, right?
We haven't seen what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen what the new ones do, but I still like stacking offense. I still like offensive buffs. I still like heal over times, even though you won't get the cooldowns reduced. That's still a really good. They're really good cards as far as getting your team hitting harder, faster. I know that Grim likes the what does it call them? The
ones that do the debuff. I know which one you're talking about. I can't.
Yeah,
think of the
there's
name.
like
starts with a D, and I can't think of it.
Yeah.
The
There's these are the ones. They're the ones that, like, when you go below 100% health, they give like armor shred, or they give turn meter or something like that.
I can't think of what the
Sutex or armor shred. Yeah.
What is that called?
I remember what they're called, but yeah, they're called something. Yeah, no, Dread's the one that gives like clearance, so that one's going away too.
Yeah, so I can't remember the name of what it is. So
yeah, but those are actually really good cards. Actually, I started looking at them a little bit more, and yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Back up top to Heinze. The engineer says, question, are Ranger and Heinze hungover from last night? And is Gridden still alive? Is he safe?
The first answer is yes.
Yes, we're both a little not.
I haven't heard from Grid yet, actually. I don't know if he's alive or not.
He's probably still in a coma. Yeah, he's in a coma.
Well, he was drinking like cocktails and stuff, and the umbrella was missing in his drink last night.
I think he ate the umbrella.
I think he might have. Yeah.
No, he's alive. I talked to him this morning.
Okay.
He's alive. Well, there you go.
Right.
That was luck.
Yep.
Survived.
I was showing off my Relic 7 debit.
All right. So here's a legit question for you, Heinze. From Nathan H. Would it?
Hello, Nave.
He says, for the panel, we'll go with you, Heinz, first. Which Padme comp do you use the most? I think I go with the standard comp. I don't know about you, Heinz. Padme and
Yep. So
Jedi
Padme,
Anakin,
Snips, second
GK.
lineup, Kenobi. I use 3PO.
I see.
Jedi Anakin.
I mean, we either see 3PO, we see R2D2, or we
Barriss.
see Barriss. Now, we did, kudos to the GSC Whisperer thing, we mixed it up. We put the armor on that team, on defense. And that made Nev sneeze. That's how much of a change that is. Look at Nev, he couldn't...
Couldn't get my hand on the microphone fast
Anybody
enough.
else use something different with Padme other than the main characters we just mentioned? Different comp?
You talking me or Thane? I wasn't
Anybody.
Oh, okay. Any other combos, guys?
I guess.
It's really the fifth spot, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
the fifth spot.
like, so I mean, I've been throwing Grandmaster Yoda with Jedi Master Luke like on defense now, so I sub in. I mean, we were talking about R2 earlier, or Ayla's the other one we talked about earlier. So I mean, I even throw her in there and she works because she just stuns everything. And then I mean, Shakti works. But I think the core is still Padme, GK, Snips. I guess really it's like a +2, right? You can kind of mess with Jedi Anakin. But I think those three are the core.
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing somebody. Zaris, I don't know. All of them work. You know, I guess it depends who you want to fight. I think Bam, if you're going to use Padme against Bam, you need more stopping power, you know, with you need more heavy hitters. So maybe you put Anakin in there. Maybe you put Ayla in there so you can stun somebody. I don't know, but you know, if you're going to use against General Grievous, I think you need R2's really good in there. You know, Zaris for the survivability. So I guess it just depends what you're going to do with Padme.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to say Zaris, R2, Mace. You know, that's what I do.
Mace, of course. Why wouldn't Mace be fucking mentioned in anything that Random says? Christ in heaven.
No, but yeah, Zeris is really good. R2 stops the Malik solo. So I like using R2.
All right. All right, move on to the Mace Lover next. Nathan H. question: would it help in line side TB to place crit avoidance arrows on my characters? That's a good question. I mean, I really
I'm the
don't.
worst guy to ask about TB.
In where?
In line side TB, would you, for a lot of your characters, would you use crit avoidance arrows?
They're doing the cam mission.
It doesn't help. You're gonna get hosed or you're gonna beat it. That's it. It doesn't matter. I've remodded and done all that stuff, and it didn't make a goddamn bit of difference.
Fair enough.
Yep. I'm like the worst person to ask about any TB stuff. I wait till the last minute. My guild has to ping me. I hate doing LSTB. It's garbage. It's trash.
I know.
I hate the fact that I have Relic 7s, Relic 8s, and I get in there and I can't do one phase because of how stupid everything is.
Well, they're only like level 95 characters you're facing with like Relic.
Yeah,
15.
only level 95, Relic 9 or 10. No, it's no big deal.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I hate light side TB. I mean, and I'm going to be doing the cam mission today, and I'm just dreading it because last 3 times I've done it, and I've just gotten hosed on RNG. I mean, it remodded. I had the speeds right. I had all the protection and the stats. That there's a guide that the guild uses, and I did it. And I mean, one round they just went after 5s and wouldn't stop, and then Shock T got the other one. Shock T immediately got hammered with the rocket to the face, and I was like, I just give up, man. This is so stupid. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, I ended up I just took my 5s to R7 and arc to R6, and I already had Echo at R7. So I'm wondering if maybe that might make a difference today.
I've seen people that have done those, have Relic 7s and get hosed on it. I mean, it's just
and I've seen people that have Relic 3s or 4s and they do just fine.
Yeah, so it's
a lot of it's the run, a lot of it is RNG. If you get a really crap run at the start, there's no recovery from it. I've got Relic 7 across the board. I got the shard done, pretty early on, so I've done that. But yeah, it can go sideways real quick, and there's not a lot you can do about it. You just get a bad run sometimes.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah.
All right, we go to Loki, and we can go the whole panel on this one. This is a fun question, then we'll go to a real question there for you, Loki. But what is your favorite RSG commercial? We've done quite a few in our history. Which one do you like the most there, Loki? And the panel too.
I don't know. Any of the Wales Fargo ones, man, those were always so fun. Yeah, I would say that.
All right. Anybody else? Favorite?
Draven X.
Draven X, yes.
Got to be.
Draven X is on the board. All right. Anybody else? Favorite RSG commercial?
Around the World with Grande.
Oh God, yeah, those. Let's go to France. Grande, what do you think? All right, that's it. That's all you have for France. I mean, we have to put some more of those together. Those take a lot of time. Finn did those, and maybe we can get Finn to. Well, if he's not cooking dinner or doing other shit for Karma, maybe we can get him to do some more commercials. All right, and here's your legit
Star Wars girlfriend.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I'd have to agree with him, girlfriend. Let's see here. Here's your. Let's see. If I can find one. Okay, here we go, Loki. From Meow Meow. Question: do you think Relic 7, Relic 8 are the resources drained for the new Galactic Legends? It allows them to rely less on new characters and drain our resources. I could see Relic 7 Cody and Qui-Gon. What do you think there, Loki? And we'll open up the whole panel. We're already hoarding Relic 8, Loki, but who do you think they're going on?
For Kenobi, right?
Yeah, for Kenobi.
Damn. I don't know. I think you're still going to need old Ben somewhere, and they're probably going to make us relegate that dude too.
I see. I'm off the old bandwagon. I think he's not going to be part of this. I think it's going to be a storyline through Revenge of the Sith, and I don't think it's have anything to do with old Ben. Then again, yeah.
I don't know. Wrong. But yeah, I think there's going to be 2 more relegates. There's going to be 1 per line on the requirements. depending on how you're looking at the requirements on my iPhone, it's it's 3 lines, 15 requirements. But yeah, I think Cody's going to be one of them. Probably going to be Relic 7 on that dude. And then Qui-Gon Jinn, we threw him out there as well.
Yep.
And then the big question mark is Cam. And then, do they just throw Bad Batch in there as the last line of requirements? We don't know yet, but
I think
they could do that.
I'd agree with you, one more on each line. I think it'll be Cam and Grievous.
Yeah, I think Grievous is going to be part of this.
I think Grievous will be an R-rated.
Yeah, I think Grievous will be the dark side wreck. They did a couple of them.
No, I don't think it's going to be Dooku. I think it's going to be Grievous.
Because Dooku is pretty integral to it as well.
Well, yeah,
What about-
but not so much
what
for
about Maul?
Kenobi. But Maul could possibly be one. But I think if you look at the history and the lore, in the battle between Kenobi and Grievous, I could see as part of the overall arch as you get the character shards, because Kenobi and Grievous had some epic fights. So he had a lot of those with Maul, but I think Dooku's more related to Anakin. Than
Yeah,
it is
Dooku would be
Kenobi.
for Lord Vader, whereas Grievous would be for Glow.
Kenobi. Kenobi.
I mean,
If
they
they're gonna
can
make,
screw all of us and put the new Ahsoka in there if they
Sure,
wanted to.
they absolutely could.
They could screw all of us and do that, and then we all gotta wait. But
And then no one's going to spend money, so don't do that, CG.
I
Yeah,
don't think
they're
they
gonna
don't put
make
the GLs there for money, man. I mean, really, it's really what you just said. It's the resource drain.
Yeah, but
they're
they're
there for the
they're gonna
resource
make
drain.
Ahsoka required for Lord Vader.
Yeah, I think so too. Ahsoka. I think
they're
Bad
not
Batch
gonna
and
do it for-
Ahsoka are going to be needed for Lord Vader. Absolutely, I agree with that 1,000%.
I don't know why Bad Batch would. Why is people thinking Bad Batch?
I don't think Bad Batch is
I
going to
don't
be
either.
required for either GL.
No, I think it for Anakin definitely, because you had the season 7 where he was doing all that stuff with him. So yeah, I think they're going to use Bad
Anakin
Batch.
didn't really interact with the Bad Batch too much though.
In season 7, he sure in the
Rex-
hell did.
For what? Half of one episode?
Right, but
Rex did it, but not Rex was interacting with him, but not Anakin really.
right, but
Yeah,
I mean,
they went on a mission together.
yeah. So I mean, if you're going to say a character that's interacted and done stuff with the Bad Batch, we know at least with Anakin, yes. Kenobi never had really any other than that first initial meeting, like, oh, it's clones. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's also not completely and utterly discount the characters that have absolutely nothing to do with what you're getting, because they do throw them in there as well. I mean, how many times have they given us?
Oh, you mean Sith
How many
Marauder
times
for
have they
C?
thrown in
Yeah,
Houndstooth?
that's
And it's
true.
like, why do we need Houndstooth? What relation does Houndstooth have to this guy? None. But they still made people go for it.
Or
you know?
Mon Mothma for JML?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mon Mothma for jail. It's like,
They could do that,
oh, because it's
yeah.
a new one, because it's a new character.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Well, they already did that with Bo-Katan, right? I mean, Bo-Katan was hey, it's a new one. Throw her in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's not even farmable yet. so.
Tilo Mad makes a good point in the chat. Dooku for sure for Anakin, I think, because Anakin killed Dooku.
yeah,
So
Dooku's for
I think-
Lord Vader. Yeah,
And
look,
if you go through the Clone Wars, they had many confrontations. I mean, Kenobi did once or twice, but it was mainly Anakin that was dealing with him. And then you saw more confrontations with Kenobi with Maul and Grievous. Definitely more with Grievous. So
I think if we're thinking that Qui-Gon is going to be required, which I certainly do. I think Qui-Gon is going to be a hands down
Absolutely.
requirement
Yep.
for him.
Cody.
Then I think Maul is a surefire guarantee as well at that point. You can't have Qui-Gon without having Maul, especially how iconic Maul is to the Kenobi
sure.
story. Yeah, Maul's going to be a guarantee, I think.
yeah, I just I mean, I joke, I jest about all of the characters that you need for Lord Vader going in and getting killed, but it'd be like fighting the Magna Guard. Once you get him down to like that 1%, and he does his AOE, that's what I think will happen. So at each phase you take it in, and you got to get them down to like one little bit, and then he just wipes them all out with whipping his lightsaber. He's going to whip his lightsaber out, and just kill them all.
All right, so we're at the top.
Uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
So uncivilized.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So it's top of the hour. We're going for another hour. Thank you guys for joining us on the Jedi Academy. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Remember, this is going to be commercial free, so if you'd like to support what we're doing and make a donation, you can do super chat or however you want to do it. Become a Patreon sponsor, $5 a month. Hey, it helps the cause, right? If you'd like us not to take loans out from Wells Fargo, Patreon. But make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube and or Twitch. That makes a big deal, and we'll let these guys put their stuff later. Do the same thing with these guys. These awesome guys are here on a Saturday morning. All right, we're on to the GAC Whisperer with a question. Well, we'll get a fun one here, and then we'll go to a more realistic one. Nathan, it's this question for the panel, but you get stuck with it first as the fun question there, Thane. What topic would you want Ranger to sing about for your channel? I've done a lot of those spoof songs. I did another one for Heinze. Yeah, so
another one bites the dust.
That's a hard one, man. You're gonna make me try to do Freddie Mercury. Damn. All right, so that's on the board. Oh boy. Shit. I don't know if I can.
What was the one you did for Mort?
I did STP Vaseline. I said the Excel spreadsheet instead. Called the
That's
Excel
what it was.
spreadsheet.
Yep.
And I did one for Grid, which was Creed. The new one I did for Heinze was and Kate. I did one for her recently. They were both Linkin Park. Of course, I can't sing like Chester did, but I could do the rap parts very easily. So, and they're not easy, man. Mike flows, man. Let me tell you, man, that dude is unreal. I'm like, do you breathe? When do you breathe, man? Jesus Christ.
Like Eminem, man. Like, does Eminem breathe?
He's got, it's a technique. I actually looked it up, like how to keep breathing through your nose while you're doing that kind of stuff, so you can consistently rap and stuff, or where to breathe out and breathe in.
So crazy.
Breathe out and breathe in while you're speaking, so you can actually keep rapping like that. It's insane, man. Those guys are goddamn wizards. All right. Okay, here's the more of a legit one from Neo Venom 2. He says, question, what about a SWGOH for Galactic Legend Kenobi? What do you think about that thing?
A SWGOH? Interesting. I didn't think about it, but yeah.
I didn't consider a SWGOH.
Yeah, I mean, they did have some, some tips for tabs on that. Yeah, maybe. I don't see it, but maybe. I wouldn't be shocked. I guess I would say.
All right. All right. Yeah, that one's made me pause for a second. Like, massage. I didn't think about old Baldy, old cue ball.
SWGOH for Kenobi. I don't know.
They did have some battles, Well, of course,
they did, and then they teamed up a couple times too.
Yeah,
against Maul and
especially in the
so.
books too. I mean, they, so I'm not going to.
Kenobi's one of those characters. It's going to be really hard to not be able to justify so many characters because he had so many interactions throughout the trilogy and the Clone Wars with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even say SWGOH at some point. So.
Well, we got to remember, GLs only have like the 3 beginning phases, and then like that last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a legendary event where we have like all these multiple battles to go through, right? So it's gonna only be like 4 major moments of Master Kenobi's life.
Mm-hmm. Unless they change it.
Unless they change it, there's nothing saying they can't change it.
So the only reason I find it hard to believe they'll change it is because of the ticket system.
Yes.
For the GL.
Point.
That's the only reason I don't think they'll change it, but I mean they can.
Yeah, they can do anything they want. All right, let's go to the Nev. And I'm going to throw this to the Heinze as well as a fun question. We'll throw the whole panel. What was your favorite moment from the Heinze roast? I don't know if you saw the Heinze roast, Nev. Did you?
I haven't watched the replay yet. I have not watched the replay yet, but I have heard that your roast of him was rather epic.
Yeah, I did.
Word of mouth, things like that get about. Apparently, your roast was epic. So yes, no, I really need to get back and watch the replay of that. Like,
so who did watch?
I want to do it drunk though because I think I'll laugh more.
You'll laugh more. Yeah,
highly recommend it.
Loki, Thane, Rambam, anything from the Heinze roast that you guys enjoyed?
Haven't seen it yet either.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So my ass. I meant to wake up because Heinze told me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. It's like, hey, I'm gonna relegate Mace on this Heinze session. I was like, okay, cool. I'll be there. And then I got home completely just destroyed from work. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go take a nap before the Grizzly session. And yeah, I didn't wake up. And so I woke up this morning to a whole bunch of pings like, where's your Jawa? Where's your Jawa? Aren't you held up his bargain? I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh,
so I've got some catching up to do.
There was plenty of calls. I mean, I do get called, a fair bit from time to time. A testicle with teeth. I think that's a pretty good
Testicle with eyes.
Testicle with eyes and teeth. I've heard both.
Oh, teeth too. Okay.
I've heard that. There we go.
You have something I want.
So everyone,
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's look, dude. I mean, Ranger came in and just carpet bombed the place. He just let rip. Ripped at a new one. Had a pot shot at absolutely everyone.
Yeah. Ginger Santa Claus. Anyone?
It worked great. It was a really cool concept. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we can do it everywhere.
No.
It's definitely the individual type of event, but we might do it again one day, and we might extend it. We'll see how we go.
Well, the other thing too is I thought the person that roasted you the best on that was Gom. Gom just came.
Gom let rip too.
He ripped on. He didn't rip anybody else. I kind of ripped everybody equally, but Gom went hard on Heinze, man. That was my favorite, man. I was cracking up, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Legit question for Nev. Now that we did that, so what else? Any three question for you, Nev. Speaking of Mace, do you think a beaten to heck Mace might pop up in Bad Batch series? They did a comic for him still being alive after Order 66. Well, it's not canon, I believe, but they would.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It is. I'm not going to discount it. I'm not going to say it's outside. It's definitely within the realm of possibility.
People would definitely lose their shit if that happens. If Filoni pulls that off, people will go bananas.
Filoni and Favreau could pull it off. And the only reason why I'm not instantly saying absolutely not, no, never, ever, it's not going to happen, is because of the Insta that Samuel L. Jackson posted last week on his Instagram. Yep.
Now,
and that's the only reason why I'm not set, because he would be under an NDA, but like other actors that have been on NDAs before that have posted something cryptic. I mean, sometimes Marvel actors have posted something cryptic, and sometimes they've just inadvertently broken their NDA and totally screwed Tom Holland, Gwyneth Paltrow. Sometimes they do something that they're not supposed to do. But with Samuel L. Jackson, the Insta photo of him with I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no.
I'm gonna add on to that, because I won't discredit it. I do think that and it's not just because I'm a Mace fanboy. It's literally just paying attention to what they've done in the past and how things have been heading. I do think he's going to come back at some point, but I think that they're going to save it for the star power, because Samuel L. Jackson's getting older. They can easily bring back anybody animated. I think they're going to save the star power and bring him back live action, possibly in the Kenobi or Mando series or something like that, or maybe even Ahsoka series. They're going to bring him back live action, and then they'll start to bring him back in as a animated as well. Yeah, I think they'll save the initial shock of, hey, I'm back, for a live action.
They'll give us a Luke Skywalker. It'll be another Luke Skywalker moment. We'll just see a metal claw on something, and we'll be like, no.
With a purple lightsaber.
And then the camera will pan to his face, and we'll be like, damn.
No, just give me.
And then the internet
everybody
will blow
see
up.
episode 2 of Star Wars Theories video?
Yeah, episode 2.
Just give me that. Just give me that. I'm satisfied.
He does need to hurry up and do episode 2. I said that. I said that the other day.
Well,
he needs to get his ass in. Stop doing your bloody interviews with Michael Stackpole and bloody every other famous person.
He's working on it. COVID's pushed everything back. Give him a break, man. Oh, speaking of, last night I watched Castlevania, the new season. God bless America. If you have not seen Castlevania, You need to watch it. It is so goddamn good. This last season was epic, and I mean epic. It was unreal. They just seem to get better with the storytelling and the animation on this damn thing. I mean, you can tell Netflix is pumping some cash into this show. And if you need something to watch, man, it's a nice watch, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's some really good shit. All right,
I just watched Jupiter's Legacy. Thought that was quite interesting.
I've got that locked in. I haven't seen it yet, but it's locked in as to watch. When I get some free time, I guess I'll binge it. But I mean, Jesus,
it's not as good as The Boys, but it's not bad.
Yeah, we'll
not
see
bad.
how it is. All right, who are we at? We're at the Nev. No, we just did the Nev. So
we just did me with the mace.
Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can find a question here. Okay, sorry, I'm refreshing there, Heinze. Okay, Goliath question, Heinze. With the release of Jedi Master Kenobi, will we see a Guild Max Star Lightside TV, and does that mean we will see a new version of territory battles? Oh, that's a good question, because I don't care who they throw in there. Till we get like a level cap increase or something, Phase 4 is a bitch. Even Phase 3 is a bitch, man. I don't know. What do you, Loki? I know you and Heinze are in guilds that are going much better than mine is. Like, what's the stars you're at right now? And Thane, I'll throw this into you as well. And do you think? I mean, even with Bad Batch and Kenobi, Phase 4 is still Phase 4, man. It's like almost impossible to max out ships. I just don't see it happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, ships are. In that is a joke. It really is. I mean, you need basically a whole roster full of ship GP to have a chance.
But it doesn't exist. It's mathematically impossible.
Not possible for a stupid amount of time. It's just not. So it's going to be a heck of a long time before anyone gets a full max clear of the board. It's just mathematically not possible with our rosters at this point. So yeah, look, Kenobi, I think he's certainly going to bring and again, it depends on the synergy and how well he's going to work with certain characters. He'll add another team into some of those Jedi missions along the way, no doubt. Make life a heck of a lot easier. I have a feeling he's going to synergize pretty well with Cam. I think that would be pretty obvious. So we'll have to wait and see, what the synergy is. And we don't even know the kit yet. So that makes it a bit more difficult as well. But common sense would tell you that it would work really well. And I think the Bad Batch is starting to do some good stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, any other thoughts on this Sir Loki thing? I mean, I just, until we get more ships and more GP, and I mean, maybe you can beat the battles. Do you think Kenobi will help you in Phase 4 to go 4 for 4 in Phase 4? I mean, that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, name
it depends on his tags, right?
That hasn't made you name one GL that came out that hasn't allowed you to get 4 out of 4 on a Phase 4 battle. Every GL has. So I mean, I have no
Jedi Master Luke, man.
Yeah, he can get raffle stomped, man. I've seen it in Phase 3. Like, God damn, I got the 4th battle.
That's why you do Jedi Knight Luke lead.
I did. It didn't matter.
I know. It's like he's a galactic legend and he can't take it down.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I've had to relegate Kenobi one shot. Sniper droid, boom, gone. See you later.
Nice.
I mean,
yes, that would be great. I hate the sniper.
Some days it doesn't matter what you do; it just goes sideways.
They didn't announce his tags or anything, right?
No.
So
no.
That's a big problem.
We'll see. I mean, that's all we can do is look at and see what it is.
Well, I mean, isn't it obvious? Kenobi's going to have the Galactic Republic tag with the Jedi tag. At bare minimum, he's going to have those, right?
Well, yeah, light side.
I don't know.
Light side. I mean,
watch him give him the scoundrel tag and the Mando tag because.
You mean like how they gave the Razor Crest the Bounty Hunter tag without the Mando?
Yeah, with the Bounty Hunter Mando.
Yeah, they have to be careful because of Cam. That's the whole issue with the faction tags is Cam. So because if you have him, I don't know, man. I have a sneaky suspicion he might not even have synergy with Cam because it's too good, right? I mean, it's the speed, right? I was thinking about this. I think Ranger and I were talking about this on stream one time, and I said, okay, and sorry, I'll keep it short, but we were talking right now, Rambam, about
go for it, man.
You're using Jedi Knight Luke with Jedi Master Luke, right? Like you don't hesitate putting Jedi Knight Luke lead, and you don't hesitate putting Jedi Knight Revan lead, right? So what I'm getting at is, and I'm going to dig deep on, I'm reaching deep on this, but think about this, right? So you have Qui-Gon Jinn lead, right? His leader is speed. The offense is increased because of speed, right? So I mean, your galactic or your galactic legend Kenobi possibly is going to be 500 speed, right? So he gets 500 more offense, right? Then you throw Cam in there, and then Cam gets all the speed and all that, and then the numbers start going up, and
well, it's 1,500 offense because he's going to gain 3 times.
That's what I'm getting at is how do
offense for every speed.
Yes.
Plus Cam and Qui-Gon, so that's an additional 60 on top of that 500. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting at is I believe he's going to be Jedi. I think it's up in the air if that dude's going to be Galactic Republic, and it sounds really bad for me to say it, but it's because they have these existing legacy kits in the game that could make Jedi Master Kenobi hit like a truck or act really OP in such a way that they didn't want that. And
with Qui-Gon, he's going to work if he's a Jedi. As long as they give him the Jedi tag, Qui-Gon will still benefit, or GL Kenobi will still benefit from Qui-Gon because of the Jedi tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Galactic
Correct.
Republic is the thing that's throwing out Cam because Cam
that's
only
the
works
big
for
one, I
Galactic
think,
Republic.
in my opinion. Yeah, that's the big one.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
There's no reason why they can't obviously bring in another faction tag as well, like Jedi Council or something like that.
Yeah,
and
they
have
could do that.
I think that's still on the table.
I think it is too, and I think that makes sense because that would separate it from the whole build up with combining so many Jedis working really well together. If there's a way that they can separate it into a Jedi Council or call it whatever you want, Jedi General, whatever, doesn't matter.
And I think
so that's a good point too, because that's going to be the Rex. If they bring a Jedi Council tag, then we know what the requirements are going to be, right? It's all the Eth Koth, it's all the Council, right?
Yeah,
but if they don't do that, then the Rex are going to be a hodgepodge at that point,
That's right.
Well,
I agree.
And so I think the way for them to fix that, if they bring out the Jedi Council tag, the clear path is easy. Change Cam to where his ability works with the only Galactic Republic Jedi. Change it to work with only Galactic or Jedi Council Jedi.
Yeah.
There you go.
Possible. That's what I mean. I mean, if they can bring in the remnant tag where,
because at that point
the troopers, still use them, but not as well.
Yeah. And at that point, Qui-Gon doesn't work because Qui-Gon is he's not on the council. I'd be hard pressed to see if they give him the council tag. He was never on the council. That was specifically stated.
No, Jedi Knight Anakin's not getting
right. Him and Anakin. Yeah. We're never on the council. Yep.
No. Anakin was on the council. He just wasn't a master. But Anakin was on the council. May said it himself. You're on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
Yeah.
So there's your tag then.
Jedi Master. Fair. How can you be in the council? Shut the
it's because you didn't train a Padawan to knighthood.
Knucklehead.
Ahsoka left before she completed it.
That's right. So you have no one to blame but yourself. All right.
Shut up,
Anakin. All right. Where we just who's the last question to Heinze or who?
I thought it was Thane, wasn't it?
Thane did. No, we didn't have them. I think we did Heinze.
I've got to head off if you don't mind. Sorry.
Get out of here, Heinze. I know it's late for you, brother. All right, get out of here, brother.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy that mace.
Bye, Felicia. All right. Let's go to Rambam. All right.
I'm the cleanup crew.
Yeah, because we just did the Jedi Master Kenobi to Heinze there, so that makes sense. All right, Meow question, Ram question. Do you think CG could hire Watson Board to work on the algorithm? Oh, wait, Anakin killed him. All right, so we'll just move on. That's N.R. Wilson question is a more legit question for you.
Techno Union.
Best mods for Cam. You get this one. Ram Bam.
The hell do I know about Cam? I have a 5-star. He's sitting at my roster at like gear 8.
All right. Well, I didn't want to give it to Loki because that would be another mock question for the birthday boy.
I mean, but they're the only two. Loki and Thane are the only two with the Relic 7 Cam, right?
Yeah, I think Relic 8. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thane. All right, Thane. How do you have your Cam modded? We'll skip Loki on this one.
Offense and crit chance. You could also do offense and health.
There you go.
No speed?
You can do a little bit of speed. It's just a standard, like 100 speed is fine.
Okay.
There you go.
I legit don't know.
You want that dude hitting hard, and he hits hard, and with all the call and assist and bullshit that goes on with the Jedi, his double tap and stuff is just gross. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, Loki, I have a question for you, but we'll go to a more legit question after this one because Heinze effed you before he left. He says, for Loki, how is your Ugnaught modded? Do we even need a bottom?
Speed and protection. There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go. All right, here's your more legit question, Sir Loki. Question from Lord of Wick 45. Do you think CG will ever do a monthly subscription where we can get more Crystal's gear and relic material stuff daily? We did have that and they took it away. Do you think that'll ever come back, Loki?
No, because they took it away.
Yeah.
What they're doing is fine right now. They sneak the little crystals and the little $20 and $10 packs, and it seems to be working that way. So until they see otherwise in the data, we had Crumb on like a month ago, and he was saying they watch that data, and if the customers are happy and as a whole, then they keep doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And the data shows that a majority of the customers are fine with the way it is. So why do it? But yeah, I do miss that crystal subscription, man. I was buying that all the time.
Yep.
Every time it popped up. So.
Oh, excuse me. I think I might sneeze here. Try to hold it. All right, fought it back. All right. GAC Whisper. Meow says, question for you, Thane. Why doesn't Thane turn on his camera? Doesn't he know he can use a cat filter like the attorney did?
Because I can be moving around, I can be laying down, I can be sitting down, I can do whatever I want.
That's right. He's the GAC Whisperer. He'll do what he wants. All right, here's a more legit question from the Rogue Outpost. Question, I don't know if this has been asked, but what do we think the dark side GL will be in potential requirements? So I think we're all on the same page when we say this is going to be Lord Vader. And the only thing I can think of, I mean, we know some of the requirements thing, right? We think Bad Batch will be a part of it. We'll think maybe Dooku or
Rex.
Rex, Ahsoka, the new Ahsoka will be needed for it.
All the Ahsokas probably.
Yeah, all the Ahsokas.
All of them. Absolutely.
But what? So we know Lord Vader. Is there anything on there that you think that we haven't mentioned besides those characters that you think will be a requirement? Their thing.
Qui-Gon might actually be required for him instead of Obi-Wan.
They could switch it up, yeah.
There could be something that they could do.
Man, if you wanted midi-chlorians.
Yeah. Let's see. We already said Tuskens. They could be required. Nev brought up a good point earlier. They could require the Separatists.
Well, we know
at the end.
Well, here's a great one. A question I'm going to read while we're talking about this. What else in Three's question? Will Padme for Lord Vader have to be Relic 7 or 8? We know Padme is going to be part of that Lord Vader kit. Like,
I would say 7.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. It's Padme.
You think Padme is going to be only Relic 7? I would not put it past Relic 8.
Well, because normally they make like before it was the ones that they would require Relic 7 is like their previous versions of themselves, right? Which is why I like Kenobi's Relic 8. So that's why I think if they bring in an old Ben, he would be Relic 8. But I don't see anything else being Relic 8. So I think for Anakin, it'll be the same thing. Would require Relic 8 Jedi Anakin and Relic 8 Jedi Gas. But I don't think Padme would be Relic 8.
What if the next marquee? Because typically each GL has two marquees in it, right? What if the next marquee that we're gonna get that's gonna fall in line with Kenobi is Padawan Kenobi? That would be his other marquee.
Is it a little too late for that?
Yeah, it's a little too late for that now. Yeah. I mean, I know the expedite stuff.
I don't know. Is it because they're on the Galactic Republic thing right now? Yeah. I mean, they just finished their Bad Batch,
right,
but they're on the Galactic Republic saga still.
It's not that it's not a lore thing or make sense thing. It's more of just a time crunch thing. If you're going to bring out, they would have brought out that version of Kenobi already. And already had it to where you at least had like 2 weeks or something, free to play or some bullshit like that, where you're like you have to scramble to get them, so you'd have to But I mean, we're about to get the second requisites, and the next ones are coming June 9th. That's like 2 weeks, and then the characters coming soon after that. So wouldn't really have a lot of time.
Here's a spanner. We're talking about new characters. How about Bail Organa?
Senator Organa.
Why not? We need to like you just said. That typically,
God no, please.
Typically involves
new version of Mom Mothma.
Yeah.
Typically it involves new marquees. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
He's he would be a perfect marquee character because he's a non-type of character,
Please
but
don't
he
bring
has
that in,
been
man.
there, you know.
I know.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like you have. We're going to have another marquee. It's got to be a thing because like I said, there's 2 marquees per every GL. We only have 1 right now, and so regardless of if they're late or not, we're still missing a marquee for Kenobi. So I mean, Bail
or Jar Jar.
Oh no!
How about neither?
No, get that.
No. We don't want either. Don't.
Nev, you need to go on mute so that CG doesn't get ideas, okay?
If that come in the game, we're all going to find Nev and beat his ass. Seriously. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Because if Jar Jar comes in the game, I'm going to find you and I'm going to harm you because you did this.
Well, it wouldn't be Jar Jar, but it would be Senator Binks, wouldn't it? Of course.
Oh my God,
well, that makes it
worse.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Senator.
Mr. Senator.
Oh, General Jar Jar, think of something. I give up. All right.
I give up.
Oh,
I
Christ.
just think it's too late for one now.
Yeah,
I think
so
the
too.
only thing that would make sense at this point is if they bring out a legendary Satine that requires all the Mandos.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see. But yeah, no, Marquis is too late. I think it's too late.
It's too late. All right.
And to bring up your point, Thing, you said that only the previous versions were Relic 7, but C had JKA at Relic 7. Tilo brought up a good point. So I'm saying Padme literally would not surprise me if they made her Relic 8 for Lord Vader, assuming that that's the GL that comes out. Yeah. I'm not going to put it past him at all.
No.
It actually makes perfect sense to me.
Absolutely. All right. Who are we at? I think we're at low.
I forgot how much
Loaded
bloat
Loki.
they put in C, man. Jesus Christ. Every time I look at it, it makes me sick.
Yeah. We'll go to the GC Whisper. This is a Durgan question, so hold on there, Thing. Why would the guy who did nothing but kill some kids and get beaten up by Kenobi be a galactic legend?
Money.
Yeah, it's called the old cash. All right, here's actually...
We assume that Sidious did a lot worse things in his heyday. Let's be honest.
We know he did. It's not canon, but we've got books that are not canon, but they exist. And yeah. All right. Meow. Thanes Paul. Question for you there, Thanes Paul. Mr. AKA Thane, AKA GAC Whisper. Question: since we have Get 1 and Get 2, could we get Galactic Legend Ticket 1 and 2? Ooh.
So I think that they've at least talked about that. I don't know if we'll get it. Because it's true, like
you only work on one why would you? I don't understand why they would do that because
they don't want like people stacking tickets like before
I didn't think of that.
So I actually see it more likely for them to change the ultimate mats, just so that people don't like save it from GL to GL more so than the tickets. But I know that I'm sure they've at least talked about it, but I think that's probably out the window with like the Google Play points anyways, because there's just too many ways for us to like hoard resources to expedite GLs once they come out.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Yeah, I just anybody else on this think they'll change the ticket system?
No, I think their chance that they were going to change the ticket system. I think that's long past.
Experienced it.
Although I will say this, it would make sense in the future if they split it, just because it would allow you to go for 2 GLs at the same time. Like, let's say, for instance, you wanted to go for Rey and, like, say, Master Kenobi, and you do light side tickets, and now you're getting tickets for both, 1 and 2, and now you can go for both of them at the same time. That could be a potentially good thing for the longevity down the road. But no, I don't see them doing it right now.
Yamiel says in the chat, you know what else is out the window? Mace Window. Oh!
Wow, I'm not shocked about that one.
Oh. All right, guys, get your questions in. We're starting to wrap up. If you have a question, pop it into the chat. Make sure you get your question in, and then we will get it. Remember, it's first come, first served. So there's a time limit on Jedi Academy. Now, as a reminder, We got about max 30 minutes left. Right after this, I'm going into the GAC fight time with me and Thane. Of course, everybody here on the panel is always welcome to hang out as we do GAC. So we'll do that. But yeah, we'll do GAC, and then we'll have a little break. And then I got to go do the Bounty Hunting podcast. I'm going to go take a little nap and get my senses about me because I'm still a little bleh from my IT stream. I'm feeling a little, oh boy. And then tonight we'll have D&D. And then we'll let these awesome guys pimp their stuff here at the end of the stream. Of course, Heinzie's not here, but you can always check out Heinzie on the Heinzie ANZGC channel. All right. Next question. Who are we at? Nev. All right. What else in 3 question? With the way they're adding characters, how much longer before the top 1% finally get max stars and light SWG? We did that one already, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did that one already. Did it? It must have refreshed on me. All right. Let me check Nightbot here. Good Lord. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't we just see that? Is Nightbot working? Is it safe? What is happening here?
Is she all right?
Yeah. All right. Okay, now it's refreshing. Jesus Christ. Oh no, we're caught up on questions. Okay, it refreshed and there's no more questions at the moment. So now's the time. You guys got questions? This is what we do. Jedi Academy. Get your questions in. Man, I can't believe we went through all those questions already. I guess we could add some more what mods Loki has on characters. I'll let everybody pick one while we're waiting. Ram Van, pick a character for Loki and see how he's got him modded. Don't say
Chief Nebbit.
Mace. Okay, Chief Nebbit. Loki, how you got your Chief Nebbit?
Oh, I actually got that dude modded up pretty good. I do.
actually
I got him Relic 6
7 now.
Yeah, I got him Relic 6, 110,000 health. And he just sits there and takes all the hits and throws detonators on everybody. So that's why I got him
just
modded
health
like
mods? Is that it?
Yeah, on Nebbit. Yeah, so health primaries, 4 health primaries. He is there. Yeah, I mean, I use him. So I probably have to relic up the other 2 Jawas. I got the big 3 done, but Jawa and Dacha for the new GAC. Probably need to do that at some time. But yeah, I use that dude. He's good.
Bombs.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be huge for the new GAC.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more use out of my Utini bombs. I must admit. Yeah.
All right.
That's what Ranger's gonna work on after Kenobi.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna get Bad Batch up. I already said so. You son of a bitch. Anybody else want to ask Loki a modding question on a character?
No. Too much, man.
Gamu.
I think my Gamguard is still purple. So
there you go.
Mod storage, unfortunately.
I only know one content creator that's Relic that's got him at Relic, and it's Relic 7, and it's Scorch the Hoss.
Oh god.
And he swears by it. You know, he absolutely swears by it.
All right, we got a question. Okay, we did get a question, Nev. So question, and again, start with Nev, work through the panel. All right, Rambam, if you're gonna do that shit, be a man and say it. I gave you a chance to do it. You're not gonna put that shit in chat now. I'm not even gonna read that question.
You said you were asking for questions.
I'm
providing
know,
questions.
but you're all right. Mace sucks. All right. What else? Any 3 question? Oh, good evening, Nev. The C Watt versus Ray on defense. It seems like 100% are. It seems like 100%. Are there anything to watch out for if you want to attempt that?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it successfully applied every single stream I've watched it in. Like every single stream. I haven't seen a single person fail with that.
Or no, was it? It was. Who was
but
it?
But
someone failed.
If you see what was it? Is it if there's a Relic 7 JTR on it,
Solo,
it doesn't
Solo
work.
failed his C versus Ray too.
If there's a JTR on it, it doesn't work.
Right.
It can't be. You've got to put something else in there, haven't you?
Yeah,
Is it Vader you got to put in there? You can't just do WotC.
No, you need tanks because you have to.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you have to let him get revved up first.
You can't get a duo. You got to do a trio. If JTR's in there, that's the only caveat I think to C Watt.
Well, the other thing too is we saw this with Boo Boo Kitty. She C and Watt versus a Ray clones team. Got obliterated. I mean, absolutely got obliterated because the clones are doing all that damage to Palpatine with their calls and assists and stuff. And I mean, got nuked. But the other thing too, and I think this is what you're probably going to say, is that you have to have a certain health on Padme, or you're going to get crushed.
Yes,
sorry, Ray or C.
Yeah, you need a certain health and a certain speed on them, because you need if you get that health block, you need to shrug that off quickly.
I mean, it can be brutal. I mean, we've seen it. You know, someone goes in.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to you, right? Like, I think like when yours held, that we presumed that's what happened. You went to see, thinking it would work, and then you just, you know, you also got to check that that RJT speed, if she's fast, if she's hard to kill. Because if she's hard to kill and you can't link her up, it's just, you know, it could be a problem.
Yeah, but I mean,
she's got to be the first one you kill.
Yeah,
or at least annihilate, right?
Yeah, you made that mistake, Loki, in a round. You didn't kill her right off the back.
I did, yeah. So it happens. I mean, I was cute. I mean, I you know, if I see that team, like if I see Galactic Legend Ray with JTR, the Purses, and Oldo, I mean, send 4 dudes in. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be cute and do C Watt. You can send 4 guys in, and you're good. You should be good. But Thane brought up a good point. I'm gonna do a humble brag here, but I have the second highest modded health Sith Eternal, and that helps. I mean, you get him to like 180, 190, or 200,000 health, he will survive a lot better against an 11,000 Ray, or you know, guys are putting R2, right? So R2, we talked about number crunch earlier. You know, putting Galactic Legend Ray with JTR and R2 and dropping Poe could get their Ray to, you know, with all the bonuses, probably about 13,000 offense. And if you're Sith Eternals Relic 8 but only 140,000 health, you're gonna have issues surviving. So
I mean, Ray's got that offense. She will one shot your C. You know.
Yeah, and in 3v3s, it's actually a team that I've been seeing that stops it too is an offensive Ray, an offensive R2, and Hermit Yoda. Because if you have that number crunch on top of Ray, and then Master's Training on top of Ray, you know, even a healthy C will go down to that.
Yeah, you got to be smart about it, folks. All right, let's see here. Joe Deppy, question. Welcome, Joe. His question: is it better to be a small fish in a large GP guild, or a big fish in a smaller GP guild? Both guilds completing C-Pit in this hypothetical. I think always being the smaller fish in the bigger, you know, with the bigger GP is better than... Because we see this all the time, and we get requests for this all the time, where people, they kind of get burnt out. They have like this huge GP, they're in a smaller guild, they're not accomplishing anything, kind of limits them. But, you know, we never hear that complaint from people that are smaller GP that are in guilds that have tons of GP and they're getting carried. I've never heard, you know... I'm going to say the small GP in a large GP guild. What do you guys think?
Depends on where you are in the game.
It is fun being a big fish in a small guild, especially for territory wars, because you get to have a lot of fun. Because it's just solo after solo. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And you can really, really, really help a guild out. But that's it as far. I mean, I've never been a big fish in a small guild with respect to C-Pit, because I still haven't done C-Pit.
You will one day.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, it's just...
it depends on where you are in the game, because like if you're newer, you obviously want to be somewhere where, you know, you're the small fish, because you're getting rewards you wouldn't be getting otherwise. If you're a higher end player, being in a smaller guild might be better, because you're getting those top C-Pit rewards, those top...
Well, that's if they're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Because, you know, if you're like 8.5, 8.6, and you go down to like a 320 mil guild where you're going to be taking number 1 in the C-Pit every single time, then that could potentially be worth it, especially if you're in a very competitive guild where, you know, you might be getting, you know, out of the top 10. So, yeah.
All right. Next question for our man, the streamer himself, TLMN92. It's got a question. It says, I really think we will get Windu in the book of Boba for an epic showdown to end the blood feud. What do you guys think? It's a possibility. You know what? After what I've seen with Bad Batch, and I'm not going to spoil anything, Filoni can do no wrong, man. I am 1,000% behind Filoni. His storytelling, the way he links stuff together, is absolutely perfect. I mean, that dude knows what to do and how to do it. So if they did bring Mace back in that scenario, maybe they do it like you said in Bad Batch, or in the book of Boba Fett, like Tila just mentioned, it will make sense. Every time he does something, it makes goddamn sense. You're just like, I can't argue with how he laid this out.
Nope.
It's
it's just
God.
Give him the keys to the kingdom. Just at this point, just give him the keys to the kingdom. Let him creatively run Lucasfilm.
You imagine how better the movies would be if we'd had Filoni in there?
Yeah.
Just,
We
I
wouldn't
don't think you need to direct, but just be like, creative producer, and just
creative producer.
He got all the scripts have to go through him and everything like
Exactly.
that, and he can be like, no, that's stupid, or no, that's not.
All
really
the scripts, the final plays. The director has him at his side.
Yep.
This is what I'm thinking. Okay, Filoni, do you agree? Yeah, you do. Okay, cool. They move on.
I mean, the thing that I wish Star Wars would do, and they're starting to do that with their shows, right? You're seeing this more and more. It's like what what's his name did with Marvel. I mean, if you look at what's
Feige.
Kevin Feige, thank you. If you look at the way Marvel movies are done, what's so great about them is one, they're their own little story, which is really cool. Like you get the spy thriller, or it's got a theme to it.
But they're all linked.
But they're all linked, and it makes perfect sense. And it just, I mean, Jesus Christ, that dude is ridiculous too. So, let him get in there too. Feige and Filoni, let's go. Let's make it happen. Hashtag.
Honestly, and I don't know if you guys agree, but I think that Star Wars has kind of found its niche. Yes, it started out as movies, but I think with the last trilogy in particular, they realized that they can tell a much better story when it's spread out over 8, 10, 12, 15 episodes, whatever the case is, rather than trying to cram it all into a 2.5-hour movie. And it's worked because season 7 Clone Wars, amazing. Clone Wars in general is amazing. Bad Batch currently I'm really enjoying it.
That first episode was
Mando season 1 and season 2. I can't talk shit about it all. Like,
I mean, they had a crate dragon in there, for Christ's sakes. I mean, the whole episode was about a crate dragon. It was unbelievably good. I mean, there was so much good shit in season 2 of the Mando. I mean, it was epic. I mean, and by the end of the season, each one of those, you're just like, God, this was better than the last one. I mean, this is just good. Even the one with Bill Burr. I mean, that was a really good episode too, man. I mean, it was epic. I mean, they even brought in the games. When he was talking about what happened at the end in Battlefront 2, I was like, God damn it. Filoni, you sneaky bastard. You would bring that shit in there. It's so good, man. Oh.
Yeah, I think with Favreau and Filoni in charge of the Star Wars universe, it will surpass Marvel, because I'm not phases 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the MCU. Great. I mean, couple of misses in there, a couple of average movies, but
Thor: The Dark World,
not particularly looking. Yeah, Thor: The Dark World.
That's not the only one that comes.
Not really
mind.
looking. I mean, there's nothing really that I look at in Phase 4 and think, yeah. I mean, apart Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but no, they're redoing the
that.
Inhumans, which I cannot wait to see what they do with that. We've also got Guardians of the Galaxy coming back, which I'm really excited for. Black Panther,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man.
Definitely looking forward
Spider-Man
to the new Spider-Man.
and with it tying into Doctor Strange and whatnot, they're gonna have, potentially have the other 2 versions of Spider-Man there as cameos.
God,
or
that would be
something
so
in there.
sick. Yes, man, I would love
yes,
this. God.
You know what?
Yeah,
Take
Andrew,
my money.
put Andrew
Take
and
it.
Toby in there. It's going to be good. Yeah,
Take my money.
Here it is. Okay, there you go. Food's overrated. Let me watch this movie.
But I mean, when they roll, when they rolled out all that stuff that they're going to be doing in Star Wars, the Ahsoka, Kenobi, Rangers of the New Republic,
the High Republic.
The Cassian show. What else?
Boba Fett.
I mean, I'm not.
Boba Fett, Mando season 3. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys, we're about to have an orgasm with Star Wars stuff.
That's what I'm saying. They found their niche. Honestly, I don't particularly care at this current time. I don't particularly care if they ever put out another Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I'm beyond satisfied with the plethora of Star Wars content that we have currently right now.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, the X-Wing, the X-Wing Rogue Squadron movie could be good.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not saying I don't want another movie at some point, but I'm just like, they could say, hey, you know what? We're never going to put out another Star Wars movie. I'll be like, I'm okay with this.
As long as we keep getting this shit, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
just keep it coming.
Yeah. All right. Let's get these last couple questions, then we'll go do some GAC here. So thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And yeah, commercial free, ad free, because I don't have monetization on this sucker. Nightmare question: what counter would you use versus an SLKR team modded with a 300 speed first order officer and 200% tenacity 270 Hux? Hux is slow. That is really slow. Why would you do that? I mean, you can put all the tenacity you want on Hux, but you better have him fast and you better have him with some health and protection because he dies.
You need to have like 300 plus on Hux.
No, that's the new modding is having Hux slower than foe. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I guess so that he doesn't get ability block with Jedi Master Luke and stuff. It's still though. I mean, you can still target his monkey ass and kill him. You know, I mean.
Yeah, but if he dies, then Red Boy's gonna kill you. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's still the same thing. I mean, as long as I've got Red Boy stunned or ability blocked, I don't really care. I'll go after Hux. But I mean.
No, so the reason it's modded that way is because there's a specific sequence that happens when you counter that team. The modding is to disrupt that sequence. If you're forcing now you see what you just said is the whole point, right? You said I have to stun Tampon Trooper. Well, now you're stunning him, which means you're not doing the Jedi buff, which means Luke is not hitting as hard. That in and of itself is already a disruption to the counter. You know,
well, I was thinking Jedi Master Luke for this because he'll still wreck the shit out of that.
Jedi Master Luke can actually fail against this.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, because that team, the way it works is, you know, Kylo goes, your foe gives him turn meter, he does an AOE, then he Hux gives him turn meter again, he does another poker, does an AOE, he ramps up very, very quickly. And even if he gives the turn meter to Tampon, he does an AOE, ramps up Kylo. It's bad. It's a really bad counter. You know, I failed against it. Like a lot of guildmates failed against that on the last TW with JML. It's a really there's a lot going on there. You got to be careful.
Yeah,
you need to bring in like Jedi Knight Revan with the Master Luke in order to survive that team.
Well, yeah, you got the tenacity on there. If you go Jedi Knight Revan lead and. I mean, if you got camera gas, you just use them because they're just going to eat through that team quickly.
What's Nightmare's question?
That was what counter would you use versus that SLKR team? I mean, I'm thinking
if it has one tank on it, if it's got first order stormtrooper like what we're seeing now, you gas clones cheese the crap out of that team and get it over with. So that works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
you can use the Jedi Knight Revan counter like what Thane said. But you got to throw JML in there, and you got to bring in all your heavy Jedi to hopefully one shot it
at that point. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. What else? Any three questions? Would CLS versus gas work without C-3PO if you still have 3 Baka, Chewie, and Han? Oh.
Would depend on the relic level.
Repeat the question one more time.
Would CLS versus gas work without 3PO, basically? If you have the other 4 characters, but just not 3PO.
Yeah. Because the original counter to that was Old Ben.
Yeah, but
3PO just kind of like has
that call and assist
has kind of come back to it. Yeah, but originally that counter used Old Ben. So yeah.
No. I thought the counter was CLS, Han, Chewie, 3PO, and Old Ben, and then when 3 Baka came out, because he's asking without 3PO, not without 3 Baka.
Yeah, well,
originally it was with 3PO, but not 3 Baka, right?
Yeah, but Old Ben was on that team.
Old Ben was on the team, but it was without. You still needed 3PO for the exposes, not 3 Baka.
Well, regardless, you can still do it.
Yeah, regardless. I mean, with 3 Baka now, you can get through it. You don't need to expose.
And because he's going to remove their buffs, he's going to do the blinds, he's going to do.
That's
all that
another
shit.
call to assist as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah, true.
So I think you'll be fine. I mean, because really, you stun. The damage dealers are going to do their job because you got Han and Chewie in there with all that stuff, and you stun Rex, you go burn gas down, then you burn fives down, and then at that point you're just wailing on their ass,
Yep.
So, yeah. Lord of Wick question, thinking way ahead, but after the 2 new Galactic Legends come, do you think the next 2 could be Revan, Neutral Tag, and Kreia? No, I don't think they're going to do something like that. I don't think we'll ever get a true Revan in the game. Just, we got 2 Revans. I mean, maybe, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different routes they can go for the new Galactic Legends. I mean,
It really depends on what's going on in the greater Star Wars universe at
True.
the time too.
Absolutely true. But I think they've kind of done their Old Republic spit for a while. I mean, it would be nice to get like a Darth Malgus and Satele Shan, action going in there.
Be a Thrawn.
I mean,
Do a Old Republic.
Yeah, those 2 Galactic Legends and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still need more characters in the game because after these Galactic Legends, like, where else are we gonna go? It's like that'll be 6 for all these teams. It's like we can get a little bit of overlap in here if you don't, but we'll see. All right, the engineer question: did you notice the next Galactic Challenge is Clone Troopers again? Yeah, they're doing the same shit they did with the Mando faction that in February or March, whenever it was, where if you didn't have the team, you weren't getting the max banners. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Empire again. I hope it's not Imperial Troopers because that was god awful, but
That was horrible.
it's horrible, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh, hey, you didn't spend $1,200? Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not doing this.
Sucks. Yeah, but I mean, they did that before, so it was basically. First, it was just you needed BAM, right? That was the thing you needed for like almost
Was it
every
BAM
guy.
or was it armor? I thought
No,
armor you needed.
it was. I think it was BAM. You needed
Yeah, it was a
best
7-star BAM. Yeah.
Yeah, but 7-star beat the mission with 7-star BAM, and then they did Mandos, where a month or 2 later, where it's like now you have to beat it with the full Mando team, which was remember the first time we had to do that, it was awful. So yeah, they're doing the same thing with clones. It's what they do. It's like, hey, if you want the nice stuff, you got to spend nice stuff. It's like, no shit. All right. All right. We'll make this the last question. Nathan Ekstrom says, question: how would you mod SLKR, speed or damage? Speed and damage? I do both. Speed
Why not both?
Yes. Why not both? I mean, I think that's we've got most of our tons of. I mean, as much speed as you can, but as much offense in the secondaries and primaries as you can get, right? With the speed set, with like high speed. I mean, easier said than done, but I mean, ideally that's what you want. Speed set, you can go. I don't know. What do you guys like for the other set? I mean, for me, I've got speed and health. Just a health set, make them a little beefier, but yeah, it's all about offense. Having them over 10,000. I think mine's 575 speed, but his offense is over 10,000 was 11,000. I mean. You could do offense set, I think, but you better have some crazy good mods because you still want him to be fast as hell.
Yeah, if you can get him over like 550 with like an offense set, then go offense.
Yeah, not bad there either. So, I don't know. It just depends. But we usually, when we're looking at our GACs and stuff, it's like you want your SL, especially if they're gonna, you see it in the history, they go mirror match. Like you better have your SLKR fast because that guy goes first. It can make life miserable for the other team. So, all right, I think those are all the questions. Time we have for questions. So we're gonna go wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, all that good shit. Thank you guys for the donations, and thank you for being here today. We very much appreciate it. But we're going to let everybody do what we always let them do, and that's pimp their stuff. We'll start with the Mace Lover, who's got the grid seal emo going on there. Rain Band, where can folks check you out?
I'm on Twitch primarily. I got a YouTube channel as well, but I'll be doing my JC here in a few hours. Opponent's already attacked, so should be a good matchup. Other than that, I'm pretty much everywhere. You find me, RSG, Mort, Heinze, Grid, you name it. Everybody knows me. Just mention Mace and I'll show up.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the Nev.
Twitch.tv/Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcast on YouTube.
There you go. And you can check out me and Nev I mean, we've been trying to do Tuesdays. I say Tuesdays, but
we've been getting some. We've had some we've had some scheduling issues, but usually it's a Tuesday.
Yeah. And
for GA Center.
When you haven't watched GA Center, you should. It's interesting to see how it's all playing out. It is unbelievable in my league, the Premier League. I mean, I have no chance in hell of winning, even though I'm having a great year. But it's interesting because you have Zareth with only 1 loss, and then 3 other guys that have 2 losses that are right there. So we could have a 4-way tie and may come down to tiebreakers.
It might come down to banners. Yeah, it could.
It's unbelievable how competitive that shit is. And
my favorite for going undefeated for the rest of the season is Fruit Ninja Mike, because it's his last season.
Yeah, we like
before he retires from the game, so he has literally dumped. So all of that stuff that he was saving for a future GL, he's like, well, I'm not going to be playing the game. So, he's R-rated his Nest. He's relicked his Quill. He's relicked his IG-11. He's just throwing all of his resources so that he can guarantee the wins this season. And then he's kind of hoping, he'll keep his fingers crossed that Zareth comes up against somebody, Zareth and Bitcoin come up against someone a little bit tougher than him so that he can
we got
retain his title.
Well, yeah, Endal's right there too, though, so you can't forget about him.
Endal has less banners.
Right. That's true.
Literally 37 banners because Endal didn't get a clearance on one of his rounds in the first week. So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting last 2 weeks, that's for sure.
All right. Well, that's it for the Jedi Academy. On behalf of myself and everybody here, thank you guys so much for joining us. As I said, we got more content coming for you guys here today on the Twitch channel. We're going to take probably 5-10 minutes and give these guys a chance to get some wah-wah. And we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. We'll start up over on Twitch. I'm about to go set it up, and we'll go do GAC, and we'll do my battles on Lightside GOTB. That ought to be creamy. And then we'll have a little break. Then I got to go do the. I don't know if they think they stream it on Twitch. As a podcast, we record it, but I'm gonna go do a recording with those lovely ladies at 5 Eastern, and then after that, I'll have a little bit of break, and then we'll be back tonight for some Dungeons and Dragons. So that'll be on Twitch tonight. So thank you guys for joining us. Have a great rest of your day, and if you're gonna join us on Twitch, come join us. If not, we'll see you when you see ya. Peace out.